Hey everybody, Lisa Freeman here from stampingwithlisa.com, and I'm here to show you another brusho background technique that is really cool using the masks. So today we're going to be using the masks that are in the Pattern Party Decorative Mask package, and they're in the big idea book and catalog. And we're also going to be using the Heartfelt Bloom set, which is a free celebration set. We're using the Thinking of You from that. And we're using the Daisy Delight, the daisy, and the center one from that one. So this is the card we're going to be creating, and it's so cute and so easy to do. So let's get started. You're going to need a piece of Whisper White. This is 5.5 by 8.5. A piece of Calypso Coral. This one is 5.25 by 4. A piece of watercolor paper. This one is 3 by 4.5. And a piece of Daffodil Delight, that's 3 by 1.5. And we're going to start with the watercolor paper. And when I do this, I like to put a paper towel down and put a little bit of adhesive on the back of the watercolor paper so that it just sticks flat. Because what happens when it gets wet, if you don't have it stuck to something, it curls over and then your color will run. So if you can tape it to something flat, that works better. So what we're going to do is just wet, let me show you the brusho too. This is how the brusho comes. You get 5 in a box, and you do not open them, you just poke holes in them. I've got like 4 holes in each one. You just take your paper piercer and poke the holes. And we're going to be using the yellow, the gamboge, and the brilliant red. And what I'm going to do is just put the mask on top. And now I've lost it. I just got it out a second ago, and now I don't know what I did with it. Oh, this is funny. I can't believe I just totally misplaced it. Hold on. What the heck? It's totally just disappeared. And I had it sitting right here. Oh, it fell on the floor. Okay. All right, I always love when that happens when you're in the middle of taping something. All right, so we're just going to put this on top of that and leave it flat. And if you want to, you could tape it down. I didn't. I just left it like it was. All right, so this is dry right now, so I'm going to sprinkle the yellow first. And if it's not coming out, you can tap it. It's just like a salt shaker. And then I'm going to put the gamboge on next. Just kind of sprinkle that all over. And then the brilliant red. And that one's really strong, so you don't need too much of that one. All right, then what you do is very carefully, because here's where I messed up. I put too much water on it, on this one. This is my mess up one. So if you put too much water, it'll get underneath everything and run and kind of be a little messy. So you don't want that to happen. So I'm going to hold it up kind of high and just gently spritz it. Make sure your spritzer's pointing down, not at your face or something. Oops. Okay. All right, so that looks good. And then I'm going to take a paper towel and just kind of dab it. And when I lift it up, it should be pretty good. Oh, that one just is a little bit too much water. All right, that's okay. Paper towel looks really cool though, doesn't it? All right, so I put a little bit too much water on that, but that's all right. We can just dab a little bit off. So that one looks okay. Let's try another one just to see what happens. So let me put a little bit of tape on the back of this one. And put it back down. And sprinkle some, oops, put this on first. All right, so sprinkle, this is the yellow again. And the thing I like about this is, you know, if you mess up, oh well, just start over again. It only takes a minute, so. The orange and the red. I think I want more orange though. Okay, so now let's try that one more time with the sprayer. All right, so Okay, then dab it. All right. Oh, that one came out better. Okay, so definitely just don't spray it too much or it'll run into everything. All right, so wipe that off and set that aside. All right, so now we got this, and I'm just going to dab it a little bit more so it's pretty dry. All right, and set that aside for just a minute so it can dry. All right, then for the rest of it, what we're going to do is punch out the daisies. So on scrap paper I've got right here, we're going to stamp the daisies. And just a tip, whenever you're doing these daisies, you always want to make sure that your straight edge is going at the end of the paper, because if it's not, then what happens is when you go to punch it, you know what, I need a pad under here. Hold on, oh, here's one. I forgot my paper piercer. So, I mean my paper piercing pad. All right, so let's try that again. Love these live videos. All right, so stamp that. And make sure that's going this way, because if you stamp it wonky and you've got it like turned, then when you go to punch it, it's not going to line up right. So you're going to have to cut the paper all up to get it. Oops. Alrighty. Alright, so we got 2 of those. And we're going to punch those out. And this is what I mean. See, if you push the punch straight in, the bottom one is straight up and down. So if you had punched it or stamped it crooked, you would be trying to do it like this. So you really want to get that straight up and down at the edge of the paper. Just a tip in case you hadn't figured that out yet. This punch is a little bit tough sometimes. Okay, and then I just tape those together. And usually I use my paper piercing mat for my cushion, but that's downstairs. So this is just a piece of fun foam I have sitting up here. All right, and then we're going to stamp a little center for the daisy and sponge these. And it's easier to sponge it when it's still on before you punch it out, on the big paper. And then the edges, I'm just going to sponge like this. All right, so we've got our sponging done. And then I'm going to punch this out. And I think this is the 1/2 inch punch, circle punch. This is my old punch. My new one's downstairs. All right, and just put that on the center, like so. All right, and then on this piece, we're going to stamp the daisy again, just around the edge. And it doesn't matter if you get it like halfway, because this whole middle part's going to be covered. Okay, so that's that piece. And I think, oh, we got one more thing to stamp, the words. And the words go on a scrap of yellow. This is Daffodil Delight. And now I've lost my words. Ah! Okay, you know what? I think I left them downstairs. Shoot. Well, we're just going to punch this out. Let me see if it's in the box. You just want to punch out the circle. And the circle is 1 3/4. Let me see if I've got my words over here somewhere. Oh, I do. Okay, good. All right, so then we've got our words. I forgot my black pad. Boy, this is just a great video. I've just forgotten everything. Okay, so what we're going to do, just pretend we have a black pad here. We're going to stamp it in the top part, because what I did was I cut the bottom of the circle off. So I stamped the thinking of you in the top half and then cut it off at the bottom. So pretend like we did that, because my black pad is downstairs and I can't run and get it. So then you just have to put it together. And this goes on here. I know you guys are sitting there going, man, that girl is a dingbat. She just forgot everything in this video. But I don't know how to edit very well, so it's hard for me to just stop it and start it again. So that's what we're just going to do right now. All right. Oh, this is the one I messed up. This is the good one. All right, so put this on here. And this is just that little piece of Daffodil Delight. The good thing is if you do mess up, just put this wherever you mess up and cover that part. So I'm just going to put it right in the middle. And then glue that down. And then tape that right to the middle. And then this goes on with the dimensional. And I do have dimensionals for there. I'm glad I remembered something. Okay. And then that goes right in the middle. And then what I like to do with whenever I do these daisies is pop up every other one. So it is just popping off the page like so. So it looks really cool. And then I've also got a little bling to put here in the middle. Oh, and these are the gold, what are they called? The gold, now I can't even think of the name of them. Oh, well, you know what I'm talking about. The gold gems that you put, they come in gold and silver. And they're so pretty. I like to put them in the center of the daisies. All right, so pretend that we stamped our words on here, the thinking of you. Oh, you know what? I should have done that before I glued that down too. But I just did the thinking of you, glued it to this, and then I just trimmed it off right there. And then it will look like this. So hopefully you got that, even though I forgot half of my stuff while I was filming this. So, oh, and you know what? I do have my paper piercing match. It was sitting right here the whole time. Okay, I tell you, this is just one of those videos where you're going, oh my gosh, that girl is silly. Okay, so here's the final card with the thinking of you. So I remembered everything really except for the black pad. So, all right, I hope you have a great day. Hope you enjoyed this video and got a good laugh out of it. And y'all have a great day. And stop by my blog at stampingwithlisa.com. See y'all.